It happened 2 times then that I heard that something is walking behind me. There were 2 leopards.
Oh boy.
On that particular time, they were eating that deer,
Dear. Oh.
and those walking voice
Yes.
or sound behind me
Was of leopards.
was of leopard. They were walking.
Oh my god.
The first rule of jungle is never to go alone.
Never to go. And you went
You,
there.
I went alone. No animal attacks you at first.
Ah, okay.
If you go close to them,
Mhm.
then they chase you, then they attack you. You know, every disease which we see nowadays
Yeah.
in today's world,
Mhm.
every disease comes from the wild,
Comes from the wild. Yes.
because forests are the reservoir of the diseases.
Mm.
If you interfere in the forest, the disease will come out, break out.
Yeah.
Dietary pattern has changed
has
a lot.
changed a lot,
yeah.
yes,
and
and we
it
have
will at some point of time it will affect our genetic structure also.
Yes, definitely.
I think the experience is really different, and it's good. But the one thing I miss here is the wildlife.
No, it's very.
I'm working on wildlife, but
Yes.
we don't have wildlife.
Okay, so coming to the one of the interesting part and my personal favorite, how was your wildlife experience? Like, as I told you that in my bachelor's time, we had some part where we were actually we went to a little bit in the wild and to study actually bats. And while studying bats, we also had an interaction with a lot of snakes and all these things. Although I'm a physicist, I am too scared of them. But when I saw them for the first time, it was really fascinating to me. And I'm sure that you had multiple interactions of such type during your career in wildlife. So it would be great if you can elaborate or tell some of the interesting stories about it.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
So
We'll start with India.
Yeah, I will start with India. So one of the most interesting and one of my favorite interaction was with leopard.
I see.
So when I was working on my master's thesis project in Kalesham National Park, and there we have installed cameras, camera traps in the forest.
Camera traps, okay.
So we have installed, I think, 20 camera traps all over the jungle, and we continuously every week we go to check those camera traps to get the data, to replace the SD cards and also the batteries. So what happened one day, like we 2 people used to go every day into the forest for our work. So that particular day we have to check a camera, but my friend was busy somewhere, and that day I have to go alone, and I had my bike and motorcycle.
Okay.
not the cycle.
Not the cycle.
Yeah. So I went alone that day, and there I have installed a camera on a carcass that I told you. It was a roadkill.
It was a roadkill.
Roadkill of a sambar deer.
Oh.
And we just took that kill from road to inside the national park, and we put up the camera on that kill. And I had to check few cameras there in that particular area. And when I came to check this camera, so everything was normal. I just came close to the carcass. I was checking if there was some activity on the carcass, whether it was consumed by some predator or not. Then when I started, checking the camera trap, remove the batteries, check the SD card, there was some, voice behind me in the forest, in the shrubs. I thought it can be a deer or some wild boar.
Yeah. You don't want to think that it's a
predator. Yeah. I was very much positive that nothing will happen. Nothing is there. And it happened 2 times then that I heard that something is walking behind me. And I was there for 10 to 15 minutes. Then I changed the batteries and the cameras, and then I again focused the camera on the carcass. Then I came back to my room and put on the SD card on my laptop. You know what I saw? There were 2 leopards.
Oh boy.
On that particular time, they were eating that deer.
Oh.
And those walking voice or sound behind me
was of leopards.
Was of leopard. They were walking.
Oh my god.
And they were adult leopards, and they were waiting for me to go. And that day I was lucky.
I'm stunned. I am literally stunned.
I'm
just imagining the situation, and it's like it's goosebumps literally on me.
There were 2 leopards, not even one. Anything can happen to me. So that was one of the beautiful encounter, I must say.
Yeah, for you it was beautiful.
Scary.
For us it was scary. Oh
Yeah,
my
because
God.
the thing is, whenever predator is
Mhm.
eating, preying on the,
Yeah.
predating on deer
Mhm.
or carcass on its kill,
Yeah.
they don't allow you to approach near.
Yes, generally they attack. I mean, as far as
I think what happened when I reached there, they have heard my sound of my bike, my
Mhm.
motorbike,
Mhm.
and they just went away. That
They-
something is coming, some humans are coming,
Oh man.
and they were hiding just
Mhm.
few meters away. And then I went to their, you know,
What was
it's
was
like
your
coming from the den of the
yes?
tiger.
I mean, what was your reaction when you saw the video? Like, were you feeling like, oh, thank God, or was like you just stunned?
Yeah, like I don't know how I behaved that time. That was almost near to death.
There was, oh my God,
Yeah.
oh my God, that was. But do you wear like any? Do you go with any type of protection while going in the wild for
No,
such type of things?
no, we don't take any protection
You-
with us. Just we
okay.
have to be alert all the time.
Okay.
And the first rule of jungle is never to go alone.
Never to go, and you went there.
You, I went alone.
I
Yeah,
see.
and even if you go alone, don't come out of your vehicle. If you're in car or on the
Mhm.
bike, just go.
Just go.
Don't stop anywhere.
I see. Okay.
And that day I was alone, and if something happened to me, nobody will be able to know.
Hmm.
Or if someone comes in, then they see my bike, and yeah,
I'm sure nothing has
that was
happened.
yeah, that was a good day. And there are other very interesting and crazy incidences
Yeah.
of elephants chasing us.
Elephants chasing us. Okay.
Yeah.
I have seen multiple videos on that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there was an
Yeah.
elephant who was taking sugarcane sticks as a
Yeah.
as a tax.
Yeah,
He
I've
was
seen
not
that
allowing
video.
any single truck
Yeah.
to leave without taking a sugarcane.
Yeah,
He was really fascinated.
elephants are fond of sugar canes.
Yes, and also they are super intelligent.
They are
as-
super intelligent.
Yes.
Even you think that they are very big
Yeah,
and
yeah,
fat,
yeah.
they cannot run.
Huh?
They are very good runners.
Ah.
If you think that they cannot chase you, but
Mhm.
they will catch you in fraction of seconds if you run straight.
I see.
They are very fast. They
Interesting.
just pick up speed like
Hmm.
your bike. You put first gear and just go.
And you just go.
Yeah,
Interesting.
they have chased us plenty of times
Ah.
while working.
What's the basic reason? Is it like protecting their territory, or is it something different? Because
If
I'm
you-
sure they don't want to eat you. It's just
No animal attacks you at first.
okay.
If you go close to them,
Mm-hmm.
then they chase you. Then they attack you.
I see.
If you respect the boundary,
Mm-hmm.
then they won't do anything.
Okay. For example, if
And
I
also, before attacking,
Hmm.
they alert you.
that they are going to
They
attack you.
they mock charge you, so that don't come close now.
Hmm.
Just go away. Otherwise,
What are the basic things that you do when you are in the wild? Like for example, if I go into the wild and I encounter any predator species, what's the 1 or 2 to 3 points that I should be keeping in mind to protect myself?
first thing is don't go on foot.
Don't go on foot.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you are into like tiger reserve or a national park,
Yeah.
the rule of that is you can they don't allow you. They
Mhm.
don't permit you to go by foot
By foot.
or
I
by
see.
bike.
Mhm.
You always have to take the car or safari or go with
Yeah.
the forest department. But yeah, if any chance you just got stuck in the jungle,
Mhm.
then you have to be very alert. You have to
Okay.
take care of everything. So there are few signs, like if you are walking on some trail,
Mhm.
then you can see the pug marks of the
Pug marks.
species.
Okay.
So with that you can see whether it's, but for that you have to be expert or have some knowledge
Hmm.
what species it can be.
Okay. So it comes with the
Yeah, but if you just
experience.
directly encounter some wild species,
Yeah.
so first thing is if you are very near,
Mhm.
then you cannot do anything. First thing is just surrender
Okay.
yourself.
Then you are
And then if you are
dead.
lucky,
Yeah.
but yeah, you can show the presence of your mind.
Mhm.
Always look straight into the eye of the animal.
Always look straight into the
Yeah,
eyes.
yeah.
Okay. Never turn your back.
Yeah, never turn your back.
Yeah.
And if you have to go back, just
Mhm.
go back slowly. Don't show him your back.
I see. So you just while looking
Yeah,
into
just-
the
just
eyes,
take
just take the steps
back. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see.
And never show your back.
Hmm.
And never run.
Never run.
But
never
yeah, if you are few
do-
meters away, then you should definitely run.
if they're chasing you, then definitely.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
This happens with the tiger or leopard.
Tiger or leopards.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
But
What
if
about,
you encounter bears, then it's very difficult to
I
get
heard
rid
the
of
same
them.
stories that
Bears
if
are
you
very dangerous animals.
danger animals. They do not care about
They will
anything
chase you
till
like
your
till
last
you
breath.
till you
Yes,
reach your home.
yes. Indeed, indeed,
Yeah.
indeed. So during your wildlife studies, do you go through any type of special training to protect yourself or to to save yourself for such type of situations?
I think there was no particular type of training.
I see. Okay.
Yeah, just you have to respect the boundary of the animal.
Okay.
Never go alone.
Mm-hmm.
And if you go into the area of man-eater tiger, always you have to go with the forest guard
Mm-hmm.
who has guns with them.
Okay.
If you just go into that area where they have rhinoceros
Yeah.
in like Manas
Mm-hmm.
or Kaziranga,
Yeah.
so because they have very big elephant grass. So-
I heard about that. Elephant
so
grass are
it's
really,
like
really
10 meters.
Yes, yes,
yeah,
yes,
yeah.
yes.
So you.
We had it in our institute also, and those were the places where mostly we find the wild pigs.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
even wild pigs are very dangerous.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they are very strong.
Yes, they are
If
strong.
they hit you, you are gone.
Yes, their tusks are really, really
They have
sharp. Yeah.
they don't have tusks. They have teeth.
Yeah,
like
sorry,
out-
teeth.
yeah,
Yes, yeah.
Even
Okay.
here also we have wild boars.
I never saw any of it.
I have seen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Coming to the wildlife.
Yeah.
Of what do you think about Sundarban? Have you ever visited Sundarban?
No, I have never been.
I have
but
heard
yeah, I
some
would like to
interesting
go.
stories
Yeah.
because Sundarban is considered as one of the versatile places where you can find amazing species that nobody ever sees all over the world.
Yeah, it's very
Yeah.
famous for
Mhm.
Bengal tiger.
For Bengal tigers, yes.
Yeah,
Yeah. So, if I understood it correctly, we have basically 2 to 3 different type of species within India of tigers, right?
No, there are subspecies.
Subspecies,
But, yeah,
okay.
but species is only one. That is Panthera tigris.
Panthera tigris.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, coming back to the point that you mentioned earlier, you were interested or you are interested in how these wild cats mate, but why? I mean, this is fascinating to me. Generally, they are doing much more fascinating things, like for example, hunting.
Yeah,
their
that is
prey
also one of the
or
interesting
occupying
thing.
their territory.
Yeah.
But you specifically mentioned how they mate. Why are you interested in this particular topic?
Because the first thing is it's very difficult to see them in the wild. And
okay.
Seeing them mating is one of the very rarest encounters
Okay.
you observe in the wild. So that is the reason for seeing them mating.
Seeing them
Because
mating,
I have
okay.
seen some videos of mating of snow leopards.
Yeah.
And yeah, it is very unique thing to see their behavior while doing mating. They are very aggressive.
Okay. During the mating time.
Yeah, the males are very aggressive. Also the females.
I see.
Yeah. And
Interesting. So that's the only reason. I mean, if
yeah,
you say,
yeah, it's very rare.
It's just because it's a very rare moment. It is really interesting.
And
it's,
also
I think,
hunting also one of the rarest thing. Yeah, these two.
So if I understood it correctly, you want to see the behavioral pattern or the changes that they go through during the time of the mating or during their territorial fights and during the chasing of their prey. So this is one of the aspect of your research, that what exactly is the behavioral changes or behavioral pattern.
No, these studies are more about behavior. My particular interest on the population
Is on the
ecology.
population. Okay.
How their population is increasing or decreasing, how it is affecting their birth rate or death rate, how they are like going into other territory, or how their movement patterns, how they are moving, their movement ecology. So these are the things.
Okay.
So it is very difficult to observe behavior in the wild.
Okay.
So most of the behavior studies are done in the zoos.
In the zoos. Okay.
Yeah.
But then again, zoos are are not their natural habitat.
Not natural,
So
but
their behavior is directly related
yeah.
to the environment in
Environment,
which they're living.
yeah.
We can't say that this is the exact trait that they will follow.
The thing is, in the wild we cannot observe them all of the day or every time. We cannot.
Not
observe
even
them.
with the present technology that we have. Like
no,
for
we
example,
cannot always. We just have camera traps, and with that we can take picture or few seconds or minutes of recording whenever they are passing through that area. So based on those clips, we can observe some behavior.
What about those drone technology that people are using in this current?
Yeah, we can use those technologies, but every time we cannot fly drone and disturb the animal.
I see.
Yeah,
Okay.
it will create more disturbance.
But is it better now as compared to the previous studies, just because we have a technological advancement in the in understanding or in the analysis part?
Yeah, of course. Like, for example, earlier snow leopard was like thought to be extincted. Like, people, scientists said that there are no more snow leopards in the wild. But as we got the camera traps, that technology,
Yeah.
and when we put the camera traps in the Himalayan ecosystems all over the Himalayan range, then we analyzed that data, that those pictures, then we able to know that the population is good. We
The
have a good.
population is good.
Yeah,
Okay.
earlier it was thought to be extinct species.
Okay.
They're going to be extinct. It was like that. There are few individuals left
I
because
see.
snow leopards are very rare to see.
I agree. I mean, there was a movie, uh, Secret Life of Walter Mitty, I guess. There, the one of the part of the movie was solely focused on why it is so rare to capture a snow leopard.
Yeah,
It was really fascinating to see that uh, how technology has changed, has helped us in getting better
because
data. Yeah.
snow leopards have very nice camouflage.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
If they are just sitting somewhere on the rock,
Mm-hmm.
on the cliff, if there is no snow,
Mm-hmm.
you cannot find it. You cannot spot it unless they are moving. But yeah, on the snow, if they are moving, then you can easily see. But they have very natural camouflage.
Camouflage. Yeah.
Yeah, they are very.
Interesting.
That's why we call them elusive.
Elusive.
Yeah.
Ah, okay. So other than snow leopards, there are other species who act in this way that are elusive.
All the carnivores are elusive species. It's
Okay.
very difficult to see them like direct observations
Direct
with your eye.
observations. Okay.
Either you can capture them in the camera,
Mhm.
or you have to really follow them.
Mhm.
Like every day, you have to go early in the morning, scan the whole area.
Mhm.
Also, based on their pug marks,
Mhm.
their movement, you have to go and track them.
Okay, one more thing I'm very curious to know: is it possible to pet them?
I think it's not
Because I have
difficult.
seen a lot of.
Yeah, there are a lot of. I have also heard
I
about the
have even
stories.
seen people who were petting the Black Panther. I was so surprised and
Yeah,
fascinated to that. Is it really possible?
they're not wild. They are domestic.
The panthers?
They are not like I must not say domestic. They are not from the directly from the wild. They are
Okay.
even born in the captivity in the
Ah,
zoo.
Okay.
But yeah, if you directly get the baby from the cub from the wild,
Yeah.
they will show you the wild, nature soon as soon as.
Okay, so it's
Yeah.
subjective. Like
Yeah.
you can't say that if you have grown them and fed them, they will behave nicely. It's
But
not,
yeah, if you pet them, it's unethical.
it's unethical.
That's
That is
unethical.
true. That is true.
If you have seen like many circus or like
Mhm.
some people have pet tigers or lions,
Yes.
they have trained them. They just beat them a lot.
Yeah,
to
which is
train.
very weird because so the first question that comes into my mind is it really ethical to pet some
Yeah,
wild
not at all.
animals?
They
Yes.
they go through a lot of stress.
Hmm.
It's
But then why, especially in US, people are petting weird animals in their home. For example, some lady was petting anaconda in their home, or tigers, white tigers in their home. Uh, I mean, it's very kind of a hypocritic that on one side you are trying to say that
Yeah,
you are
that's the
saving
thing.
animals, and
Yeah.
then you are petting them and allowing them to stay in their home,
Yeah.
which is very weird. I do not think that it's the case in Europe or even in India. It's
In
actually
India, it's not allowed in our
it's not allowed,
Wildlife
right?
Protection Act. You cannot pet any of the wild species.
Any of the wild
not even the
species.
parakeet.
Not even the parakeets.
But people do
okay.
have them as a pet. But it's not allowed to.
I mean, not in my home.
Not
but,
even you cannot keep the bones or the tusks or antlers of any of the species.
I see. Okay.
It's not allowed. Even you cannot even the skin, the fur.
Mm-hmm.
Only those people who have registered when the law was framing during
Yeah,
that
yeah.
time, they
Yeah.
have showed the department that we already have.
We already have it.
We
so-
don't do another, like we won't do hunting in future.
Mm.
They have like family possession
Mm.
of the skins or the nails or whatever. So only those people have.
Okay, so now I'm picking up a little bit different topic off the
Mhm.
topic. What do you think about the mass production of chickens? What is your take on it? Is it being a wildlife expert? What do you think that is it good because you're producing a species for your own benefits, which is very not natural. To me, it is very unnatural.
Yeah, it is unnatural.
It is unnatural. So
because
what do you think about it? What is your take on this? Like, is it gonna be good, bad, or something like that? In the near future, will you see any evolutionary changes that would stop this, or something like that?
I think it is unethical because
Okay.
they put a lot of hormones to to enhance their growth also and to fertilize their eggs.
Yeah.
So it's unethical and yeah, but to to feed the human population,
we have to kind of stop.
Kind of.
Sorry for the non-vegetarian people who are listening to this podcast, but I'm not saying this. This is coming from an expert.
But yeah, at some point of time, it will show effect to
because
human population.
It is very fascinating to me as a scientist that I do not see any resistive changes which are brought into the plants because of that the humans cannot eat them. I do not see any, but in chickens I have seen this chicken the different type of diseases which are genetic in their which have evolutionary changes which has forced the chickens not to be eaten by humans.
Every disease which we see nowadays in today's world, every disease comes from the wild.
Yes.
Because forests are the reservoir of the diseases. If you interfere in the forest, the disease will break out to the human population. For example, swine flu.
Yeah, swine flu is one
from the pigs.
Yes.
Monkeypox now it's
prevailing extensively. So scary to see that. Yeah.
Also the bird flu.
So they're mostly generally coming from the animal cruelty. Will it be right to say this?
Yeah, if you.
So I would like to just comment on this. So actually humans, they do not have let's say receptors. So because these are like, let's say, virus. So virus, they need a receptor to bind.
Yeah.
And humans, they do not have that. So what happens? There is an evolutionary jump. Because everything happens with evolution.
Yeah.
And we call this thing as evolutionary jump. When you have animal disease in humans, so we call it evolutionary
It's called
jump because
zoonotic disease.
Yeah. So it is kind of mutating themselves. This virus mutating themselves to bind to human. And why it is happening? Because we are exploiting animals, eating them or so. So when you are getting a lot of exposure with this virus from eating animals, then that virus will start binding because they are always getting.
They will not get the new host.
They will not get the new host. Oh,
and we don't have the resistant against that particular virus.
It means that it's directly or indirectly, no matter how in which form you say it, but it is coming from animal cruelty. The more
thing
you
is,
are killing, the more you.
The thing is, the disease first goes to domesticated animals, livestock.
Okay.
And from livestock, we produce milk. We get milk from the livestock. Then it comes from there to us. Or the direct consumption of meat. So first it got to domesticated. For example, dogs.
Okay.
Then it comes to humans. For example, rabies.
Yes, rabies is one of the examples.
Dogs are one of the receptors, carriers.
Interesting. So yeah, I mean, it's more or less unethical, I would say.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying that you should stop eating meat or something like that, but there should be a little bit control because in this present situation, they're mass producing it like a.
To meet the demands, they're doing anything.
Yeah, they will do anything.
On mass production. For mass production, they are to increase the production.
Yeah.
They are just exploiting. And even it's not natural.
It's not natural. That's the point. It's not natural.
Those hormones they put up and they are prepared in the labs.
Yeah, it is very questionable. Even the production of the milk, the way the milk is produced nowadays, is not very natural.
It's not natural.
The injection of oxytocin in the cows, it's so unnatural.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes
it will disrupt the whole harmonic balance of particular.
Yes, and probably this is one of the reason we are experiencing some body problems even at very young age. Yeah.
If you nowadays drink pure milk, you cannot able to digest it.
Yes, true. I agree. This happened to me. Actually, I tell you the story. So the story is, I went to my grandmother's house, and earlier when I was young, till 12 or 13, I used to go regularly, like for 2 to 3 months every summer. I used to go there and used to drink milk, and it was amazing. It was not a problem for me. But since I was occupied with my studies and all these things, I stopped going. I used to start going like after 3 years, 2 years, like that, 4 years, and after like 4, 5 years, 6 years, they from their still from my young age, they were still producing this, using the cows and to get the milk. After 10 years, I went there and started drinking milk. I was not able to, so my stomach felt literally weird. It was nearly impossible for me to drink proper clean without adding water, the same milk. I had to add water.
Dilute it.
Yes, you have to dilute
same,
it. Yes.
Same with the desi ghee.
Yes. But yeah,
like I have heard the stories that our grandparents used to just drink it directly.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
And
True.
then they just do 20 push-ups or 30 push-ups. They digested it.
True.
And if we like have one spoon of it,
it will be a disaster for us. Yeah, that's true. That is true. Yeah. So definitely things are changing.
Dietary pattern has changed a lot.
Yes.
And it will at some point of time it will affect our genetic structure also.
Yes, definitely.
It won't show the the side effects right now. It's evolutionary process. It will take maybe 100 years or 150 years to show
such type of changes. Yes, I agree. Yes, coming back to the wildlife, putting aside humans, what is the dietary changes that you have experienced or that you have observed with this new change in the I would say environment or human involvement in the wildlife? Did you see any dietary changes? Like for example, the deers have started eating some different type of seeds or grasses or something like that, and as a result of which the lions or the tigers have preferred to hunt only a specific type of deers or something like that.
I think there has been a lot of changes in the grasslands, also the grassland ecosystem. And the changes we have observed in the diet of large carnivores. Like for example, if the forest is near to some human settlement or near to the city, so there we have observed in the scats of large carnivores, it includes urban variety of like for example dogs, like it has consumed dogs or mice.
Okay.
So these are some of the changes we have observed, like in those areas which are near to human settlements. So the dietary patterns has from wild prey to more urban
prey.
For example, dogs.
So not only the humans are modern urbanization.
Also the livestock. Livestock. It depends on the amount of disturbance in that particular sanctuary or national park.
So do you also go for general awareness to the people that okay, this is the limit where you have to stop, you should not go beyond this limit of disrupting the wildlife? Do you go for such type of surveys or awareness campaigns in the villages?
We do create some sort of awareness programs, and it depends from project to project. So nowadays it has been compulsory if you apply for some projects, so you have to include the human perspective, like the socio-economic perspective of the local community in that particular project to get the grant. So that increases the chances of your project to get selected for the grant.
This is nice. I mean,
so you have to make aware the local communities, because those are the peoples who are living with the those animals in the forest. So those are the first people for which we have to create awareness.
Yes.
Because they will conserve the species.
So I think we can learn a lot from the people of Gujarat, who are in close harmony with the lions and the tigers living there. So what is the special thing that they are doing, that they are so much in harmony with the wildlife? Can we adapt something from them and implement it all over India?
I think humans are not in the harmony. The lions are in the harmony with
Okay, so they have adapted.
Because the population has exploded there already. So they are coming out of the jungle, they're coming out of the protected area to get the prey.
Okay.
So from where they will get the prey? From humans, livestock.
I see.
The thing is, human was never the prey of those wild species like tiger or lion. We are not the prey of them.
You're not the prey, okay.
So they will prey. They know what's their prey. So they will eat them.
I see.
So the population is like very much there, and you cannot do anything because the government of Gujarat is not allowing to shift lions from Gujarat to other state.
To other states. And regarding that, I also have a question. Is it good to transfer species from one place to another? And if not, then why? And if yes, then how can you do it like in a proper way? Because changing the habitat for somebody is very traumatizing. It could be traumatizing.
During 1800s, lion was everywhere in India.
Okay.
Everywhere. Now it has been just confined to Gujarat region.
Okay.
And yes, it is good to transfer species. Otherwise, if there is some disease, for example, canine distemper, that is this disease which is prevailing among large carnivores, lions, tigers, or leopards. And if that's like disease will come up, and all the population will just gone. It's gone in one. And if you have subpopulations, if you put some population in Madhya Pradesh or in some similar habitat, then you can conserve the species. So it won't lead to bottleneck effect.
Okay, I see. So it's like if something happens to one area of the species,
then you have the other gene pool too. Because
too.
Right now, if you have all the species, all the numbers of a population in one area, then it will lead to disease also. And it will reduce the genetic pool. And
it will lead to a cascade effect.
In genetics you have it will lead to inbreeding depression. And inbreeding depression leads to harmful genes that will become dominant.
I see. But now the question is, this thing also applies to humans, right? Inbreeding problem is also applies to humans. And okay, I'm touching a very totally off topic, but this caste system is gonna be a big problem for the upcoming time for India, because if inbreeding is actually, we all know as a scientist, we know that it is definitely gonna create a problem. Then it should also applies to human.
Of course.
And if you are doing constantly keep on inbreeding within yourself, it will definitely lead to genetic degradation, right?
That's
so
true.
This is one of the I mean, if people do not believe us, just look at the wildlife. These laws also applies to wildlife. So you have to understand the fact that this caste system is ultimately a disaster for human species. If you consider nature as the true god, then you should learn from it and start changing. But okay. So coming back to your wildlife experience, what was your experience, or what is your experience in Europe? You have already spent, I think, more than 2 years or 2 years.
Almost.
In the wild. So first of all, I would like to know, how is the experience, and then the next question is, how is it different from the Indian wildlife?
I think experience is really different, and it's good, but the one thing I miss here is the wildlife.
The wildlife, it's very...
I am working on wildlife, but we don't have wildlife.
We don't have wildlife, okay.
We have very less wildlife.
Okay.
We don't have predators here. We just have wolves, and that is also confined to some regions in Germany. And for example, in Bavarian forest, we have wolves there. And in Black Forest, we have few. Only, I think, 5-6 wolves we have.
5-6, okay.
Maybe more.
Okay.
So
I even don't see snakes in here.
Snakes, they are very less. I have seen some, I think some species of crate I have seen in the Bavarian forest.
Okay.
Because the weather temperature is very low here, and the cold climate conditions, they don't exist at
But then the question is how the ecology is in balance with the, with how the ecology is balanced. Because generally as far as I know a little bit of biology, there has to be a cycle: prey, predator, grass, prey, predator, grass, right? So if there are very less predators, then there should be a large population which should be eating the grass, and then they should keep on increasing and disrupt the whole ecology. But how they are balanced in here?
We have predators here. Who said we don't have? We humans are the predators here.
So we are
the managers
we are the managers. So we are the one who
we regulate the prey populations by hunting.
Okay.
Yeah, we have hunters here, so they kill the deers. This is how they manage. So in Europe, everything is managed.
Everything is managed.
Forests.
This is, for my audience, I think this is really, really interesting fact that you see that there is a fundamental difference between people hunting in Europe and people hunting in India. People in Europe, it's a necessity for them to hunt. It is not something they do for fun, although they find fun in that for some different reasons, but it's a necessity. But in India, we don't have the necessity to kill animals. So this is really interesting fact to to know that in here humans are the predators.
Yeah.
Okay. So I think we have covered this section of wildlife, and the last question that I would like to ask is, what are the things that we can learn from here that we can implement in India to preserve our wildlife?
I think we should learn the research analytical skills, the research methodologies which they are applying here, because they have very advanced tools, the advanced methodology, and also their techniques, how they are working on particular species. And one very good thing we can learn from Europe is that, for example, in our university we have faculty of environment science, nature, resources and environment. So in that faculty we have various chairs or departments, and they work together if they have particular project. So there are Department of Statistics, Department of Silviculture, Department of Wildlife, Economics. So they work together.
I see.
That is very lacking in India.
Okay. So what you're saying is that when you're talking about very advanced data analysis methods, do you mean the mathematics which is involved while doing analysis, or the whole way of starting from extracting the data till the end of the analysis?
Yeah,
is it the whole section which is lacking in India? That's what you're saying.
It's not lacking, but now India is doing very much better. Because people are now aware, and because most of the scientists are now, they have at some point of time they have worked in other countries, US or Europe. So the situation is really better. But we can learn more things from here, even how they are extracting the data from the field, collecting data to implementing or analyzing that data.
The data. Is AI really helping in this nowadays
AI is the biggest change now, we can say, in every industry. Earlier what happened, if we have camera trap images of leopards or some species, we have to do that manually. We have to work on each photo one by one.
I see.
Now we have such softwares which just in fraction of minutes or hours they will just do all the work, which will take months.
I see.
They can identify even the individuals, also the species, and they will just give you Excel file. You don't have to enter it manually.
Yes. I also use sometimes those image processing softwares for my data analysis and in my area of work. That is true. Things have changed extensively. Okay, so we will wrap up for our rapid fire round. We do it with all of our guests. So what you have to answer, the way you like. Just feel free to. The answer should come from your heart. Okay, so 1 word or 2 words, not more than that.
Okay.
Try to be very short. So, favorite animal?
Leopard.
Okay. Not surprised. If you could be any animal for a day, which would it be?
Wolf.
Oh, okay. Usual animals have ever seen?
Sorry?
Unusual animals you have ever seen?
Unusual. You mean by eyes or?
By eyes, yes. Nothing. Okay, no problem. Okay, what's most scarier, bear or shark? What's most scarier? Bear or shark?
I think bear.
Bear?
I've never been into ocean or
ocean. Okay.
I think bear.
Okay. So, favorite wildlife sound Howling, the wolf.
Yeah, wolf.
Oh, okay. So you have heard it in the sound?
Yeah.
Okay. What? How does it feel? You feel scary or something?
Yeah, it feels like a ghost movie.
Okay. Good. So, Indian education system for wildlife or European education system for wildlife, which would you prefer?
I think both system has pros and cons, so
Okay, that's a smart answer, I would say. Yeah.
we cannot deny our basic roots.
Basic roots, yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Okay, that's it for today. And thank you, Janam, for having this wonderful conversation. We learned a lot. We have heard some amazing stories, and maybe it's possible we will invite you for some more interesting stories to come and in your upcoming time. And thank you for joining us today. And I would like to also thank our audience for listening to this podcast. It was really, really amazing. And thanks to Piyush. Today he is our cameraman. And that's it for today. Thank you.
Thank you.